Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Star Trek Online. Today we'll be playing the episode Mine Enemy out of the Romulan Mystery Campaign. I hope you guys have been enjoying this. I've been steadily dropping these on Sundays and on Wednesdays. Normally, I will record them ahead of time and release them on those days. So I hope you guys enjoy. So let's go ahead and get to the action.
Starfleet intelligence has decoded the list of Riemann targets that you recovered from the vault. I need you to investigate one of these locations and determine why Obasek and his forces planned an attack there. The Vahar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The Ferengi have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with Latinum. You will go to the Vahar system under the pretense of negotiating a possible trade agreement with the Federation. Talk to Madron, the operator of the mines. Convince him to allow you access. Find out all you can. Once we know why Obasek and the Remans are targeting these mines, then we will be able to decide how to proceed.
I
Okay.
have new missions for you.
We're going to go ahead and transwarp to the start of the mission. Also in this mission, if you saw the things that we could get, there's a Horta hatchling. There's also a couple of little side quests that we can do as well that we will also do during this mission as well. Also, looks like the new demon hunting has begun for this campaign progress. I actually went ahead and did the first one on this specific character. That is not going to drop. This is a outside the campaign and such like that that you guys can do if you do create a character. So yeah, so we'll see the progress as it goes, and but for now we're going to focus on the campaign on our character. Right now we are a level 17 lieutenant commander. So at level 20 we will level up to commander. But I hope you guys have had a good weekend and a solid start to your weekend as well as end of your week. So we're going to fly to each of these planets as part of the campaign mission. If you see the little yellow thing right there, that is part of the new set that we got last time from the Lobi crystals, which are here. They're very rare items that you can earn normally from campaign missions. Not like this one, but from the other one that you just saw about the Herald Spears and such like that. We also have a epic ship prize token that I will be opening up in a separate video. I probably will do that later tomorrow and also will drop that tomorrow. I will also review what kind of ships and go from there. But the little guy that we just saw, he's part of the omnidirectional ultimate modified plasma beam array, as well as the other part of that set is this piece, the swarm processor. And this one specifically auto deploys an ultimate drone to assist. And since we have two out of the three set right there, we also have a set two where on a critical or miss, we fire a bolt at the target, dealing about 301.1 plasma damage. If we wanted to, if we had all three, because this is a Starfleet set, these are located in the Lobi crystals right here. So you go in, you can have different ships, space gear, ground gear, costumes, vanity, pets, devices, and such. So ours came out of the space gear right here. So we have the modified swarm, we have the omnidirectional, and the only thing we're missing is a Kelvin torpedo, which as you can see, I only have 100 Lobi crystals, and it costs 160 because it is on sale. And the only crappy part is that we bought this last weekend, or last around Wednesday, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday, and then it went on sale like 2 days later. So we kind of missed out on that. We could have honestly gotten all of them because it had been 160 a piece instead of 200 a piece. So we could have probably gotten that. Um, I believe it would have been like 480 for all three. So, but unfortunately, that's how it goes. You just don't know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hail the
You've
moon.
stuck your nose in our business for the last time, Starfleet. All ships, attack! Attack!
So our little ultimate drone. Also, we upgraded our torpedoes. That was from the campaign that we also bought live in the last video. Omnidirectional also means, unlike the other phaser array that we had, it can fire. It can fire at pretty much 360, all directions, all dimensions. Also, if you see the little, if we miss, you'll see a little green speck come out right there. That means we missed, and the part of it allowed us to fire like an extra plasma damage. That little ultimate right there is just messing this little guy up, firing little torpedoes. Alright, so those were our Orion pirates. We dealt with them on the first, and we're going to move on to the next planet. I'm going to go ahead and scan the rubidium ore because it could always use more resources later on. That's normally used for like creating weapons and such like that we can manufacture ourselves. So the cool part is, since we are so low level, we have barely even scratched how much we have, the ability to unlock anything. Eventually we'll be able to research things and be able to start projects. And actually, speaking of which, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to show you that, guys, real quick. Since we got some research and development characters last stream. So right here, you look at 0 at 0. So what we're going to do is, since we like beam builds, I personally like beam builds. We're going to go in here. Right now we have 0 of 30. We could build something like this, but look, as you can see, we don't really have the necessary materials for it. So right here it tells us we have a hologram for energy weapons, but we don't have any target interface. It says, okay, well, you have this component. If you want to craft this component, you do it, as you can see right there, with the ore or the gas that we just collected, similar like that. So that's why we want to collect as much as possible. But since we're not going to be building anything for a little while, also as the schools get better, you'll get better gear or have a better chance to create better gear. As you can see, like trying to make a Mark II, it's very rare to get it a purple, rare as blue, uncommon, and it's most likely going to be a common anti-proton beam array. But if we can upgrade this, it'll be more likely that we have a better style of gear. So we go through here. It does cost us a little bit of material. We do have this guy that's ready to go, and this is where we put catalyst if we want to have it successful. It's always going to be 100% successful, but if you add the catalyst, it can make it critical, which means instead of gaining 6,000 XP, you might gain like 7,000 XP or something like that. So we're going to go ahead and start this, and since we only have one slot, once we raise any school to level 2, we'll be able to unlock the next one, and then the next one, and the next one. But for now, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go get back to the mission, and my ship decided to fly off into the edges of the unknown instead of stopping. Yeah, we definitely flew off to the edge of the map. It was normally supposed to stop like it did on the other one, but this one did not, so we're going to go ahead and fly back. We've got our little drone following us right there. He hangs around with us. I was not expecting to fly off to the edge of the map, so I apologize for this little delay here. Also right there, if you can see, there's another thing we can scan, which we'll do as well. Okay, we're about to enter into
This
orbit.
moon is private property. No solicitors, beggars, or Starfleet allowed.
Just seems like no one wants to do business with us, so we're going to go and scan the hydrazine gas and then move on to the last planet. So yeah, whenever you see these, especially if you've never played before, you don't have a lot of materials, it's always important to honestly scan everything. If it's way out of your way, don't worry about it. Eventually you'll have other opportunities to scan the same type of material. But if it's pretty close to you, it's better just to go ahead and scan.
Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite? We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you to our home. Please, transport to the surface. Unfortunately, the large...
Okay, that's a lot of talking, so we're just going to go ahead and beam down. So pretty much he's trying to see if we want to buy... He's a Ferengi, so he likes selling and making profits. So he's going to try to sell us on, you know, materials and things like that. But right now we have a mission that we need to accomplish and figuring why the Remans wanted to target this moon and this facility. They were targeting for some reason, so we're going to figure out why. But again, I hope you guys are enjoying this mini-series. As we're going to go through every single campaign mission, all of the episodes on this character. In between, I will be doing other missions on the character to kind of raise her level, and then we'll go from there. But we will be doing every single mission, so it's going to be a nice long series, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. So we're going to go ahead and head to Modron. As you can see, the little exclamation points in the map are other little side quests based upon what your career path is. So in our case, here you have tactical, you have engineering, and you have science. In our case, we are an engineering main, so there will be a special little side quest that we have to do as part of this mission. And we'll go from there. The other ones we don't get to do because we're not either science or tactical for either one.
On behalf of everyone on this first, unfortunately,
Pretty much, he's talking about the mines, and we're kind of threatening him, saying pretty much you're going to show us what we need to see, or we're going to report your mining operations, things like that. So in our case, this is that over there is a tactical one. That's because I've done this before. In little green circle. Believe this one over here, right here, is the science. This bullied refugee. No, he's the tactical. He's the tactical. The other one's the science. This gentleman is the drill operator, which would be the engineer, which would be our specialty.
I don't have time to talk to you, not unless you know any. If I ask, I have to.
So we need to fix these drill coils for him, or help him fix it. So we're gonna go ahead and head over here, and we're gonna try to fix the drill. Okay, so we're collecting spare parts.
I can't.
So we're trying to talk to this guy, and he won't let us, so we're gonna go and chase after him in a second. So you'll see him keep moving. He thinks we're someone else, so he's just kind of skittish.
You don't.
Okay, we collected parts, and since we're standing over here, we're gonna go ahead and scan the tritanium. Okay, and we have one more thing to go to. Normally I would, if you guys are interested in Star Trek Online or have played, normally I will listen to but since I've done this campaign many times, we're gonna skip through some of it. So we're now outside of here. Why should I trust you? I could give this spare part to someone who really needs it. Tell me this: how do you avoid breaking your drill bits when you hit a pocket of magnesite? So we would slow rotational speed. So we got the last part. We're going to bring it back to the gentleman we originally spoke to, so that way he can fix his drill.
Thank you.
So now the parts. We got a little accolade, complete drill doctor. And now we're gonna go back to talk to Modron and see what's up. Pretty much, Modron had us go out and talk to these other Romulans and pretty much his workers for information. Because Modron was unwilling to offer it himself. So, let's see what he has to say now.
You want to go in the mine? Are you really interested in buying?
So pretty much, he's suspecting that we're not what we're actually here for. We're not actually here to do business. And we pretty much tell him that, nope, we are here because of investigations, and pretty much you better snap to, or we're going to give him an earful from Starfleet. And you don't want to be hounded by Starfleet. Alright, so let's head into the mine, see what's going on in this operation. So normally we have a fire team of 5 people, but in this we only have a fire team of 2. As you can see, there's a miner here. Instead of being able to talk to him, he's already attacking us. That's why he turned red. If we were a Romulan character, he would not have turned red immediately. We could actually talk to him. But in this case, we're like, no. So that's why it says optional, talk your way or kill. So he immediately turned red, which means we can go ahead and eliminate him and go from there and see what's going on in this shady operation. And those are Tal Shiar, so we're going to try to eliminate them. I think I have I do. We're going to switch to a rifle. I do have this on elite difficulty, so if you have this on the lower difficulty, it'd be a little bit easier. And then I believe my Exo next to us, she's using a sniper rifle. Oh no, I'm using a sniper rifle. We're using a beam rifle. Apparently, there's a glitch because my other character is. Oh, they're back down. Scan around the campsite. Looks like there's some pressure plates. What is the hidden door? A hidden Romulan facility.
With all due respect, sir, there is a difference between protecting the Empire from her enemies and provoking.
There is much here you do not understand, Jack. The Remans need to know their place. As do you. I will not forget your insubordination, Commander. The Tal Shiar has no place for officers who cannot follow orders. I'll be in the command center.
Colonel, they were civilians. Their blood is on our hands.
Get used to it. There will be more. Speaking of which, why don't you clean out the brig before you become a resident there?
So that was Hakiv and the associate with her, or with him. You learn more about both of those characters if you're a Romulan Republic character, which we will probably do maybe a separate little series for that. I think what I might do for that is just create a Romulan character, but specifically we're only going to do the Romulan missions before we get all to all the generic ones, like the one that's going on now, because this mission is actually the same style if you have a Romulan Republic character. But there's a whole mini campaign-ish for the Romulan Republic, same thing with Klingons and Dominion, prior to joining the just pretty much the generic storyline like the Starfleet one has. So it would make no sense to do like a whole nother character and campaign and we're going to be repeating the same missions. But it'd be kind of cool so that way you guys can see the different, kind of like the different things. So I may actually look into doing that and starting that sooner rather than later because there are things like that, like who the hell is that guy pretty much, what's going on and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and get in here. These guys are red, but we're going to go ahead and ignore them because they're so focused on their work. So we're not even going to bother to shoot at them.
I almost feel sorry for you, but I have my own neck to worry about. I'll be joining you in there soon enough. If Hakeeb has his way, we all will.
So as you can see, this officer is second guessing. There is a different thing we're able to do if you're a Romulan Republic. You're actually able to talk to her more because as a Romulan Republic character, you actually have more dealings with her and you know her. But if it's for Starfleet, she doesn't know us from a fly on the wall. So we're going to go ahead and kind of disable her. That is a Thalaron mine where it needs to destroy. Alright. So now we're going to talk to her.
Enough! I surrender. I value my life more than the Tal Shiar secrets. The Remans know about this base.
So right here where you see it's grayed out,
Impossible.
we could
Only the
select that
leadership
if
of
we
the
are a
Tal Shiar know
Romulan
what
character.
we do.
So pretty
Are you
much, instead of letting her live, we kill her. But if you're a Romulan character, she would not die. Right now I think we're getting hit by something. So we're going to go ahead and eliminate these guys. We're going to go ahead this way. There's a little separate thing we can do. There we go. I knew there was. I was like, I couldn't find them. Cleared out this room. There's actually more we can do. One, we can scan over here, and then two, there's another hallway down here that we can go down. And if you look, something happened to this person. Looks like they were vaporized. Alright. Looks like there's some. So that little guy right there is a Horda. It's a life form. Pretty much made of like lava and volcanic rock. So we're just trying to help it out. There we go. We're going to destroy that. And the little Horda is going to come over. That's why we get a Horda hatchling from this little guy. So now we're going to talk to him. So as you can see, he burns it in the floor. So we met a Horda and we no kill. So we just helped him out. So it's just cool little things that you can earn. Little side, little ribbons and accolades that are pretty neat. That most people may or may not have because they just don't do it, or they don't know anything about it. So now we're gonna go ahead and head through here.
Enemy targets on sensors. Enemy targets on sensors.
Okay. They're eliminated.
How did you find this place? What else do you know? No matter. You won't be revealing anything to your superiors. It's disappointing I cannot give you a proper interrogation. But I have much to do in little. The self-destruct sequence has begun. This base will be your tomb.
Okay. So now we're gonna run in here and collect some data and get the hell out of here. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Alright, so we're able to escape. Now we're gonna go back and talk to Modron. And that'll pretty much put an end to this episode. Alright. So we're gonna confront Modron about the Tal Shiar base that he apparently knew nothing about. Which he's full of crap.
My mind! What have you done to my mind? Tal Shiar? I'm shocked. I had no idea. I certainly wouldn't have sent you down there if you... Say, you didn't happen to find anything valuable down there, did you? Because if you did, remember, I have an exclusive contract. And what's it to you This is a rough area of the quadrant, you know, and they're good neighbors. If you're not easily embarrassed, their cameras and listening devices are everywhere. I haven't had a single problem with Orions or Herodians since they moved in. And it doesn't hurt that I acquired the odd bit of information here and there. I'm a businessman, and information is big business. Unfortunately, no. I'll admit, I was trying to find out, but their systems were locked down tight. I'm sure whatever it was had to be big news. Everyone was on edge. Janek and Hakeem were barely speaking, and I once heard Hakeem mumbling something about orders. Someone's been pulling his strings, but I don't know who. I do know that Tal Shiar takes security very seriously. If you manage to pull any files from their system, you can expect them to be heavily encoded. Trust me on that. I speak from experience. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go talk 100 Romulans into digging a new mine to replace the one you destroyed. My profit margin for this month is ruined.
Alright, we're gonna return to the ship. And actually, you guys get to see the inside of the ship, so we're not done with the mission. So we're gonna visit the Starship Bridge, so you guys get to see what the inside of our ship looks like. So here's the inside of the ship. This is our chair. So if we want to sit down, this is what our bridge looks like. It's a pretty standard bridge. We can actually access from inside our bridge, so we can select a small craft if we wish. We can also, we have our own ready room. And then on here, this bridge specifically, we have library files that access the Tal Shiar. We don't actually have a ready room on this bridge because it's too small to house one. So once we get on a bigger bridge, we'll be able to have one. So we're going to go ahead and decrypt the Tal Shiar files. So we have files uploaded, and we have to try to, and we're going to decrypt them in order to uncover the whole message. So if we look here, activities of note in Klingon space. So we're going to analyze the file structure, no anomalous data. Now we're going to cross-reference. So something looks like it's incorrect. So what we're going to do is change the faulty information. And if we played the Klingon one, the House of Torg was brought before the High Council for commendation. They were actually brought forth with acts of treason by Worf. So now if we select a new file, we'll go into Plethora. Again, analyze the file structure. Now we're going to change the faulty. And remember, we exposed Vulcan, Ambassador Sokath at Pijam, so we're going to change that. So now we're going to select a new file. Cross-reference. So we need a, so we couldn't cross-reference, we got to analyze the file, then we got to change it. So this one we kind of have to fiddle fart with the numbers because I don't remember which one. So it looks like that was correct. And then open file reciprocity. So if you look right here, it just looks like gibberish. So if we apply the passkey, apply passkey, apply passkey, we only unlocked that bit of information. So each little bit that we unlocked through those other three files, we have been able to get more and more of the message, but it's still encoded. So we still have to one more through the referendum, analyze the file structure, cross-reference, and we're going to change this. So Ambassador Drock visits Andoria. If I'm not mistaken, he visits, does not visit Kronos, so visits Vulcan. Ambassador Drock. So now we're going to go open up file repository and put the final passkey, and now we have a full message. So it looks like a secret Riemann base detected in the Dara system. Listening post Hephaestus has detected an increase in subspace communication and ships traveling to and from the Dara system. So it looks like the Tal Shiar have discovered the Riemann secret base, and it looks like recommendation Tal Shiar ships should be sent to Dara system immediately to capture this base and its inhabitants. So we're going to go there and hopefully warn them or stop the Tal Shiar from doing just that. So now we need to inform the Admiral that the Riemann base is going to be attacked by the Tal Shiar. So we don't need to return to the Admiral. What we're going to do is we're just going to pretty much contact the Admiral and
The
speak to her.
Tal Shar records you recovered show that Hakiv and his forces have been targeting the Remans for months. Obasek and his followers have been driven from their homes, had their ships destroyed, and their loved ones killed or imprisoned. Some might say that Obasek's campaign against the Tal Shiar is just. However, Obasek was planning on using Thalaron weapons in the Fahar system, which would have killed hundreds of innocent civilians, as well as the Tal Shiar cell there. This is the problem with revenge. Violence and fury only create more pain and suffering.
So I think we're going to take the heavy
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
And so we jumped from level 17 to level 19. So we are actually, this campaign mission is all done. So I appreciate you guys. I sat on his lap. Funny. So we're gonna, there we go, interact. So as you can see, this is our bridge. It's nice. In the tutorial, it's the same style of bridge as the Miranda did. But yeah, so this is it for this episode of Star Trek Online. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys continue to tune in and like and follow on YouTube. And you guys look forward to the next episode on Wednesday. And also I'll be dropping a little thing of the ship, the token here that I will go through and choose a ship from here. We may or may not use it because I traditionally like to use the Federation ships, but there always could be something that might be fun to play or just kind of have off the side, and we eventually play and do like fun little missions in and things like that. But for the campaign, I think we're going to stick with the Federation ships, but for missions such as Advance, it would be kind of fun to do it in a different ship. So, but you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you for joining me on Star Trek Online.